A new episode of House Llywarch, and we are Queen Million here. In our last episode, we held a grand tour of the Kingdom of Wessex, and managed to get the succession on our side. Okay, and now that means that we should focus more on our domestic affairs. Let us have a look then at our current situation. We could declare wars. I could claim those artifacts. My daughter can marry. I need a guardian for my daughter. Alright, who am I? Okay, my son and daughter are still being mentored. So, how about go with judicial? High King of Ireland? Why not? We'd make a powerful alliance. Who is he attacking? Leon. Perhaps we should sway. We need to take an active look here at what is happening. Elfstan does not like me. He likes me. My sister, Girth, she doesn't like me. Lunatic, ambitious, high taxes. She's going to die pretty soon. And Elfstan. Well, if they dare to challenge me, let them be. Should we hold a grand tournament? Or should we build our land? I think we should focus on our land. Alright. Let us focus on our lands first then. Let us have some new blood in our court. Furniture? Or gain melancholic? I gained melancholic. Oh no. We are poor. We are poorly. What should we do? It is quite stressful being a ruler. Prince Sigurd, a faction against me. They are too weak. They are no longer married. Did they get divorced? Oh no. It's a bad person. Book on stewardship. We don't have the money for that kind of thing. Right, my daughter. What is a powerful ally I can get? Okay, Louis of France here? Frank here? Second born of Lotharingia. The youngest son. Let's take a chance with Lotharingia. In fact, if we take this time to rebuild our men-at-arms, how would that do? But what is the difference between armored footmen and housecarls? 32-24. Counter spearmen and archers. Quite a lot, actually. We need to bring our stress down. Another feast then. How about my son? Where's my son? Can I not honor my son? He's here. Host a feast or I'm going to die quite soon. Confirm. Butlerton. My daughter. Master. My aunt. My son is the best in... Oh, my son is simply not on this list. Alright. It is what it is. Will he negotiate an alliance? No. And he is dying. Oh no. An imposing man is standing on the road ahead of us. I'm Llywarch of Hampshire. Etienne? Show him. Oh no. An impressive defensive structure at the peak of Somerset Forest is quite something. As I wander along the outer perimeter, I notice a peculiar person in the distance. He appears to be mumbling to himself, all the while stopping to crouch and collect what appears to be herbs of different kinds. It's almost as if he's talking to the herbs. I approach him carefully. As he looks up, various herbs are displayed in his palm. I notice a spark of curiosity behind his eyes, proposing an unspoken question. What does the herb do? Is he interested in becoming a court physician? But my son is already one. What does it do? I become an herbalist. That is doing wonders to our health. That is good. Alright. Let's start our feast. I'm concerned with any etiquette. My cousin, Prince Sigurd, slaps me on the back. I mean it. I'll do anything you ask of me. Anything, ask me and it is done. I can smell the alcohol in Sigurd's health, but the promise has been noted by every guest present. You're a man of a word, aren't you? It's only fair. What can we do with this hook? Demand my father's artifacts. Revoke title. There's an act of tyranny. I do not like him. He has been a thorn by my side. Time to crack open my secret stores. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests row to and from, eating and chatting while the flickering torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. It's a shame we couldn't get more guests, just another tableful or so, but not so everyone has the party spirit. Not everyone, perhaps I do. I'm good as a table or two all by myself. Sometimes it's nice to sit back and enjoy the little things in life. This is where I want to be. Enjoy. My acquaintance Wolfgang is taking a desperate tone. Alright. I shall help you. And the feast is done. Our road takes us through treacherous part of Bristol, where I scan for any dangers ahead. A rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? As I brace myself for impact, March jumps out of a bush instead, holding a plant. You scared me away, March. Anyways, let me see what you have here. Some kind of fruit, I exclaim. Yes, it looks and smells so delicious. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I'll just take a little bite? Hold on, what if it's poisonous? You're just another courtier. Just eat it then. My aunt has finally died because of drinking. Unfortunate. Oh, it's cheaper for me to make men-at-arms now. Is it? No, the maintenance has gone down. Sigurd, are you a competent ruler? Is it just for you to rule? You are a trickster, greedy and lazy and wrathful. Although we have same parents, grandparents. How shall I use this hook? Well, first of all, I want my grandfather's dagger. Perhaps I want the spear. Or do I want your titles? Perhaps I can choose my own champion. My acclaimed knight Matthew. Perhaps I can challenge him for the artifact. You refuse to challenge. Okay. Wow. I'm surprised. Shall we revoke his titles? He has created affection against me, though. My brother-in-law. What has happened to Ireland? This man I do not know. Realm will lose land if my sister dies. Then unfortunately my sister I will have to... Oh, she is my ally though. Does he have a claim over Wessex? He does. So he cannot be so bold. But his army is vastly inferior to ours. We have many allies. Lotharingia and Holstein. My courtier. The drunken antics of my courtier Patricia has been subject of court gossip before, but lately she seems to have taken them to a whole new level, getting drunk by mid-morning, passing out in the castle courtyard, stumbling to the tavern in the afternoon, and waking up in the stables with a hangover the next day. Her degenerate behaviour is an embarrassment to all those who reside in Exeter. Patricia, you need a stern talking. She does not change her behaviour. Unfortunate. Well, the peasant rabble has gone away. Would I do this to my cousin? My courtier. Constantia. You are going in prison. Oh, but I only know her secret. Perhaps we should hold the court first. A peasant steps forward carrying a petition. I come to you as a representative of the Anglo-Saxons from the city of Suffolk. The peasant briefly pauses her rehearsed speech. A plea to see an important monument of our culture restored was ignored by the mayor, is actively hindering us from rebuilding. My liege, allow me to explain. This monument makes a mockery of our culture. It depicts Anglo-Cornish as monsters. Surely you can see why I would oppose the restoration of such a hateful monument. Well, you cannot depict us as monsters and ask for me to pay for it. Cousin, I have the right to the earldom of Sussex. No matter what anyone else might say, will you support your claim to have my sister Etha relinquish what does not belong to her? Perhaps, with our strategic thinking, that you can get the earldom of Sussex. Alright, and then I shall revoke your titles. And perhaps I should wait for a year? A haggard-looking peasant now stands in front of me. My lady, I beg for your help. A monster prowls through the forests of Gloucester, killing cattle and farmers alike. I have seen it. The mangled remains of the victims leave no doubt. It is a huge wolf, as bloodthirsty as it ever has been seen. Please send your strongest hunters and save us from the voracious jaws. My personal champion shall slay the beast. My business here is done. So we shall wait until 9:44, July 8th. But will my hook end expire then? No. Well, we shall prepare ourselves until then. There was a commotion among the children today. Crusader was attempting to preach among his fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Isolde was furious. I see. That anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of the Lord and chased away the other children. Should you be calm? You serve the divine well, child. Your mother has bigger things, bigger fish to fry. Greetings, my perceptive liege. I have arrived in Exeter to pay homage to you. Glorious Queen, as a show of my loyalty, I bring you rich gifts worthy of your majesty as a token of my goodwill and servitude. Thank you. Shanholm. With coming of age, my tuition of belly is at an end. As an active, enthusiastic child, it is no surprise that Belly has done well in studies on war and combat, shown great aptitude both in battle tactics and the management of armies. King Kuno's contributions to Belly's education cannot go unmentioned. His guidance had helped the child reach further than I could have alone. Good. I'm proud of him. Let us have more men-at-arms. You are not going to London. We shall test our mettle. Be gone. Who is this? Bavaria. But your daughter. I cannot let my daughter marry you. How about King Louis? My daughter and much better alliance. Let us organize our army. This faction is becoming more and more powerful. We may need to call in our allies. Disaster. A lightning raid of Grandmaster over of the young Vikings on Cornwall threatens to set half of the county ablaze. Fundamentalist Asturians. These pirates consider Christianity to be a threat to the way of life, more than merely gathering plunder. The reavers are slaughtering priests, burning churches, and screaming bloody murder about their false gods. Who are they raiding? There's no one raiding. There's no time to raise an army. I can strike with whatever forces I have at my hand, or I can grit my teeth until they leave. Grab whoever we have to arms. He wreaks havoc. When can I revoke your titles? Stop it. need to be removed. Yes. You asked for my sister's county, and now you get what you deserve. Alright. To my liege, I see no choice but to bow to your decision to strip me of the petty kingdom of Wessex. That sounds right. Who is my heir now? Oh no, they're all voting for Hereford. No. I have too many held duchies. Titles lost on secession. My son? Well, off you go. The petty kingdom of Kent. How will secession go? Alright. Is now my vassal, and now he will vote for me. And my daughter, who will marry you? No one, fortunately. My daughter? Come back and perhaps we'll ask you to take some vows. The faction's gone at least. We need more gold. We are in a very precarious situation right now. My health is poor. Now they're voting for my second son. What shall we do? Secession. Perhaps we need some strategic maneuvers. What titles can we give Belly? Oh, we can give him nearly everything. Except for Devon. But should we be so mean and take the petty kingdom of Cornwall away from him? My firstborn. How about this? Become the Earl of Wessex as well. My son. We shall strategically have your children educated. and we shall have your marriages arranged. Perfect. Each. Let's know the boy. Nope. How about that? And the succession. Earldom of Middlesex, Cornwall. Alright. We shall change our votes then. Who is the title claimant now? Electors? My cousin. My aunt. Huh. Why are they called? It's called Millions. Millions Regiment. Are you back? Asked to take vows? She will not accept because she's ambitious. Well, I can't do much for you, my dear. Who is my heir now? Why is it still alright? My new heir? We have to be strategic. And you? I shall demand the artifact. I do not like you. And I shall ensure that my son gets these artifacts. There's nothing to give anymore. Alright. And perhaps we should now focus on the development in Middlesex. How's his betrothed? Doing well? I am going to die very soon. But the reign of Queen Million has seen the rise of her two sons, Thomas and Belly. I propose an alliance. Alright? Mind and body. Exercise together with Thomas. The further I delve into my studies, the more apparent the link between the mind and body becomes. Too much worry can make you sick, and the mind is no stronger than its vessel. My wise friend Thomas swears the vigorous movement helps him keep the stress in check. And I've also read about the benefits of journeying to soothe anxiety. Come on. Let's think of younger days, when I was able to move like a young person. I cannot hold on for much longer. I need to know when I will die. Why is your wife wandering around? You married my daughter? Bad person? No, thank you. Perhaps now we should focus on London? I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. He is losing too much blood. Where's the physician? Thomas is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. I might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as if she stepped out of thin air, my sister and friend Halber is in my side. She rolls up her sleeves and looked at me. Hand me the tourniquet. Step back. This is my patient. Let him bleed. Sister. Our patient screams and thrashes, even though three grown men weigh him down. Every step of the way is a battle. But Halbu remains calm. Eventually a quiet focus settles over us. I'm not sure how we managed, but in the end it seems like the soldier will live. This was an impressive feat, my lady. Halbu says with a kind smile. It's an honor to serve at your side. Yes, my sister, I miss you. There's a commotion among the children today. Folks were attempting to preach among the youngsters. Became a target of small fight. I sought to intervene, managed to stop the fight before anyone got hurt. Remaining calm in the face of pressure is incredibly important indeed. Excellent. My son is joining a tournament. How's the election? Perhaps it is time to restructure our army. Mental break. I sit brooding on my throne, my heart heavy with memory, mulling over things I did years and years ago. Did I work hard enough back then? Did my toil avert trouble or cause it? Have I ever truly done the right thing? My heart throbs. Why would God task me with ruling, if he knew it would make me so miserable? Well, I now have outlet, unlike my grandfather actually, Arthur. The serene Queen of Million of Wessex. Join me in the northern army conquest of the Duchy of Flanders, of course. We very much dislike the Norsemen. Where are they landing, though? They are landing there. Alright. We shall sail over. Shall we fight? As I step over the threshold to my son Thomas' office, I find him bent deeply over a book. The translation of Galen is atrocious, he says with a sigh. If I were to follow these instructions, I am as likely to cure my patient as I am to kill them outright. Let me have a look. Let's work on this together. Alright. Are we setting ourselves into a death trap? Come on, allies, join me. Join us. Where are you going? Curse and done. Twists and turns of fate have not always been of my advantage, but God knows the day I met King Offa. Today, however, the curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that miserable fool out of his grave. He's gone to his brother, Odgar. challenge him for the artifact. Single combat. For a few minutes, King Odgar and I paced lazy half circles. Okay, I didn't realize I was the one who was doing the combat. These lazy half circles, each watching for a combat. I heft my sword, ready to defend myself while he clutches his sword firmly to hand. The fight may only till first blood. It doesn't ease my nerves. The sudden hitch our bout begins. Odgar wastes no time, meeting me with an intense series of powerful cleaves that force me back step by step. Taste silver. I have no other tricks. Heavy snatching a heavy purse of money from my waist, I lob it at Edgar. It hits him right in the face and giving me a brief opening for a quick slash with my sword. In a bid to humiliate me, Odgar simply backs away whenever I get close, insulting me in detailed depth, well aware that I can't ignore him. My form is good, with only small errors, and Odgar's stance is failing. But my opponent's guard is still fierce, and I feel far from victory. Will he trip his sword? Just die? A peace is salvation, scum. Go for it. I have a sword. I have an enemy. I'm determined to introduce the two by any means. Wild swings, backhanded smacks, flailing strikes from my weapon's pommel. Anything to batter my foe. Odgar's counters with a fierce hail of quick slashes, almost running through me repeatedly. My form is good, with only small errors, and Odgar's stance is passable. My opponent's guard is fierce, and I feel far from victory. Let me see how you like a sculling. Attack! I could have sworn I saw a gap in my opponent's guard, but as I throw myself to ram my skull into his face, something catches me hard in my belly and sends me crashing through an empty space, face first to ground. I scrabble, trying to get up to my feet, but several vicious kicks swiftly show me the error of my ways. Sword gently pressed against the nape of my neck doesn't hurt either. Yield, yield. You'll rue the day you've defeated Queen Million. Well, it was an accident. I thought that our champion would do it, and now he grows up hating me. He's my nemesis. Alright. If you please. Essel comes of age. Astute intellectual. Though I doubted it at first, I'm becoming convinced that Edgar wants my head. Well, I have bigger worries. I don't care about you. I find myself fascinated by the human body and all the secrets it still keeps from us. Questions about life and death are constantly on my mind. To read the text of topics all well and good, but I cannot help but feel like I would learn a lot more from hands-on research. I'll study the ravage of disease on a corpse. The bodies of the dead deserve our respect. Perhaps I'm a lunatic, so I would try that. I try to hold my breath as I sift through a tangled mess of slimy, swollen entrails sprouting from the coarse belly. 'tis to no avail. The putrid stench of decay slowly finds its way to my lungs, making me gag. Something then tears open, a stream of viscous yellowish ichor, spilling all over the operating table. What is that? Maybe Thomas can help me? I just need to find more bodies. Or this is enough. Thomas? And, my son has married. Thomas was ecstatic about my newfound interest in anatomy. With his help, I've significantly deepened my understanding of the human body. I only wish there was some way to stave off the smell. I'm starting to fear all this exposure to bad air might not be good for my health. Perhaps some flowers could help. Thankfully, proper use of flower patches, incense, and aeration seems to have helped to lessen the effects of the bad vapors emanated from the cadavers we're having on my body. I can finally focus on my studies without fear of repercussions on my own humoral balance. Good. Someone is plotting to kill me. It must be him, my nemesis. Leper, my ailing daughter. I would recommend drastic measures, but the choice is yours, my lady. Alright, my son. Oh no, she gained one-legged. Alright, my daughter is now Queen of West Francia. Let's work off some more stress. Friendly competition. Let's be friends. My knight Eton has excelled during our recent battles, and my court is buzzing with excitement. What an accomplished knight, what a role model, what a man. With all this praise raining down on him, it is clear that I am expected to officially reward him in some manner. Still, Lord of Eldom. How about be my bodyguard? I am in some danger recently. Prince Belly. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Prince Belly, who soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. At last I bid the Duke arise, and confirming my satisfaction, Belly's rights to the land, he rules in my stead. Serve me well, Prince. Available legacy. I think we will continue to ordained rulership. We are still building our court. Farms and fields. Or do I want farms and fields? Should we perhaps focus on more Smith, stationed men-at-arms, heavy cavalry, heavy infantry? How about regimental grounds? quite sad story. Ah, my sister. Thank you for telling me these wise words. Let's hold court. Gesture the first in line to approach. My lady, I represent the Anglo-Saxon people of Earldom of Bedford. We are devoted and faithful subjects, but our land is poor, undeveloped, and scarcely populated. Please allow us to recolonize it. According to our traditions, under your benevolent protection, our lands can still prosper. You gain a faithful new vassal. No, I know what's best. It is my home. My lady, Steward Rutger takes the floor. I have an idea to improve taxation. You can send surveyors to question your subjects about every property, its name, owner, extension, and value, and how many people and animals live there. Very well. The unusual case has reached my court. 2 women claim that a baby boy is theirs. None of the villagers can stand as witnesses, saying that it's as if the child appeared out of thin air. No one knew the women were expecting of adopting nothing. The mystery has captivated the people, while we may never know how this all happened. I must resolve this conundrum. What decision should I make for the future of the child? Let's test them to see what they know about the child's welfare. My business here is done. Sangar, help me. Bedford. Interesting. It is done, my lady. Rutger, as he bows in front of me, several months ago you commissioned a survey of all your lands. Now it is complete, and details on ownership and land value are now collected in this book. As long as the description is faithful to reality, your taxation is more efficient throughout your realm. Excellent job. Who? We already have an alliance, do we not? Decline. Outliving a child. What happened? Mysterious circumstances. Rest in peace. What happened? A local fisherman in Cornwall, Clever, has come before me claiming to be able to cook an enchanted supper. Supposedly, he catches the dream fish from a secret spot and performs strange rituals upon them, then serves the heads with each fish, inspiring ecstatic visions for days after consumption. He wrings his hands, he looks at me, his eyes alight with greed and fear. Do I teach it? Do I learn it? Or do I try it? I try it. I'm a lunatic, right? And actually, I'm fine. Alright. Why don't we end here? In this episode, we see that we had to revoke the title from Sigurd, who was challenging our authority, and we had to quickly gain maneuvers to ensure that Prince Belly becomes our newest successor, as Thomas was not gaining in any popularity. And strangely enough, Queen Million is still alive. Good for her. She survives her mother and actually not yet her grandfather, who died at 62. Alright, take care and see you in the next one.